Today we're watching Scary Animation by Llama Arts. This video we put in the description of my video. This is not my video. Do not copyright strike me, YouTube. Yeah, I see you back there. I see you. I see you back there. Don't do it, okay? This is not my video. Put it in the description. Give credit to somebody else who made this. Because I am not skilled enough to make anything close to this. Alright, let's watch. This video is called The Roommate. And let's do it.
Looking for a new roommate is always a daunting task. Even though you interview and take the time to get to know that person, you don't truly find out who they are until you start living with them.
Yeah.
I had begun searching for a roommate after I decided to leave my current residency. I was contacted a couple of hours after placing an ad on the Facebook Marketplace. The message read,
Oh, Lunaire.
Hey Chris, I'll be moving out of my current apartment this August, and I'm looking to room with someone new, as my
Do they know
roommates
each
are moving
other?
to California this year. I'm
I don't think so,
27
because
and
it's
I'm
on
currently going
Facebook.
to school. When I'm not at school, I enjoy hiking and watching movies.
Okay, let me just give you some advice. Never roommate with someone that you don't know if you have a choice. Always roommate with one of your friends because you can trust them, you know who they are, you've known them, etc. But okay, just don't do that if you have the choice.
I also apprentice at a taxidermy shop on the days I don't have class.
Okay, now that's kind of creepy.
It's always been a fun hobby of
That
mine.
is weird,
Anyway,
Lunaire.
I'm looking forward to hearing back from you. Have a great day, Lunaire.
That is
My
weird,
first and
Lunaire.
most obvious reaction after reading the message was to check her profile. She was of medium height, had long, messy blonde hair and green eyes. In her profile picture, I saw her standing with a man and a woman shoulder to shoulder. They each adorned goofy grins.
Are they in a
and held
kitchen
up peace signs.
with like Christmas
Under the
lights?
photo, the caption read, "Love my roommates." I smiled to myself and decided to send her a message back.
Wait, who's that?
The sun beat down on us as we hoisted various objects to the second floor of our new apartment.
I don't know.
It took us a couple days to get everything out of the moving trucks and into our new place.
Is that box really
As
heavy
soon
or
as we
something?
did, a wave of relief
Jeez,
washed
look
over
how
our
long that
soul.
hallway is. Dang. I think her roommates are coming with her. Are they not?
Drenched in sore bodies.
Kitchen.
After a couple more hours of
Play-
rearranging, we each grabbed a beer
place
from the
looks
fridge
really
and
nice.
sat on the porch.
Definitely
We
not
reminisced
Duff.
about old 90s cartoons and what video games we obsessed over as kids. And as the sun started to set, I truly felt relaxed and confident that things were going to work out. A week later, I started a new job for a construction company that was owned by a good friend of mine. As I was getting ready, I heard the front door
Put your
swing
boots
open.
on.
I walked into the living room to see Lunaire and her friend
Wait.
David.
Oh, they
sitting
are
in a
moving
large
in.
box.
I called it. Yes. I am superior. Bow down to me. Or else.
"What you got there?" I asked. Through a strained grunt, she replied,
I bought a freezer to store some of the animals I'm planning on using in my taxidermy work. I hope that's alright.
I was obviously hesitant at first, as there was no mention of this happening in the first place, but I eventually accepted and returned.
I don't know if I can trust you or not. I don't know if I can trust you or not. Lunaire. You're acting kind of sus. She acting sus. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's go.
To my room to continue getting ready for work. I came home at around 9 p.m. after having a couple of beers with friends and noticed that the freezer was nestled snugly in the lower part of the pantry.
Oh, what's that on the floor? Wait. Just like a few
Friends and
seconds.
noticed that the freezer was nestled.
What is that? What is that? That right there. That's blood, isn't it? I can see through you, Llama Arts.
Snugly in the lower part of
Yeah,
the pantry.
that's...
A low hum could be heard reverberating off of the inner walls.
I bet there's body
I was
parts in there.
curious
Oh,
to
wait,
see
it's
what
just
was
the light.
inside, but didn't want to intrude on Lunaire's business.
Sorry.
So I went into my room and changed into more
God.
comfortable clothing. After changing, I came back out into the kitchen and started making a sandwich. I opened the fridge and grabbed what I needed, As I
There's
turned
like
around, I
nothing
stubbed
in
my toe
there.
on the edge
That's
of the island countertop and let out
Oh.
a long, exasperated grunt. Through my frustration, I slammed the fridge door shut and checked my toe to
juice.
see if there was any bleeding. As I raised my head
Stop
back up,
over-exaggerating.
I was greeted by a shadowy figure.
Oh, what the frick?
Linaire was standing in the doorway leading
Oh, it's
to her
Linaire.
room.
Okay, I thought that
The
was something
darkness
else.
behind her almost seemed to envelop her.
Is everything okay?
She said in a deadpan
Is everything okay?
tone. Shit, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't
I
expect
just
there to
slammed
be
my
any
toe into
swearing
the
in
corner of
this.
the countertop as I was making a sandwich. I hope I didn't wake you.
It's fine.
She said in the same deflated tone as before.
She looks
She then
so
turned
just
around
like
and walked back into the darkness of the
not
room.
existent. She's
I
like,
could tell that she was pissed, so I quietly made my sandwich and retreated back to my room as well,
ooh.
only hearing the low
BB&J.
hum from the freezer as I closed my door.
Hopefully that's what it is.
I had the next day off, so I was able to sleep in a little longer.
This man got 4 toes. Look at this. That's funny.
Than usual.
He's
When I
walking like he
finally
has to
emerged
pee.
from my room, I walked into the kitchen to make breakfast.
Look at
As
his
I opened
face.
the refrigerator, I noticed that the light wasn't
Juice.
turned on and there was a lack of cold air escaping from inside.
Wait, what?
I turned around and flipped the light
What?
switch to confirm my suspicion. Sure enough, the power was out.
Great. What are we gonna do now?
I muttered under my breath. I walked over to Lunaire's room and knocked on her door to tell her about the power outage if she didn't already know, but there was no answer. I then remembered that she had classes that day.
Lunaire is acting kind of freaky.
Past the pantry.
Do you agree with
As
me?
I did, I slipped on the floor.
Let me see it. Just move this over a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay.
But was able to catch myself on the countertop.
Did he just slip?
What the? I angrily exclaimed as I looked down
What
at
did
the
you just
floor,
slip on?
trying to figure out what I had slipped on. It was blood. and it
Okay. It's ketchup, actually. Get it right, llama. Stupid llama. Hey, this guy seriously thought it was blood. No, it's ketchup. Right? Right? Oh my god. Okay, let's get back to the video.
leak from the corner of the freezer and pool onto the floor. I quickly tried to open the freezer to find out the cause of the viscous liquid.
It's... Who locks the freezer? Bro! Who in their right mind locks the freezer? I do not trust Linaire, okay? I don't trust her. I'm telling you, there's something going on, people. And we're gonna figure it out
But then I
by having the guy tell us.
noticed that it had a padlock attached to it. I don't
A
remember
padlock.
seeing that before. I ran
That
out to
wasn't
my
there
car
before,
and
was
grabbed
it?
my toolbox from the back seat. I approached the freezer and
Shoulda
set my
opened it
tools
while you
down
had
on
the
nearby
chance.
countertop.
Oh,
I
dang, this
then
guy's
pulled
going all
a
out.
small pair of bolt cutters and snapped through the metal of the padlock. It fell to the ground with a large thud.
Ew.
I creaked open the
Yeah, this guy just dropped a padlock in the ketchup. It is ketchup, right?
top of the freezer and was greeted with a putrid stench that permeated my nostrils.
Oh.
I quickly pinched my nose.
Yeah, there's
and
body
walked
parts
away
in there.
gagging in response. I guess I should have realized that was gonna happen, I muttered to myself in between gags.
Oh.
After gaining my composure, I grabbed
Dude.
some gloves from under the sink and started taking inventory. I could see a couple of dead birds and
Okay,
plastic
yeah,
bags
no wonder it
wedged in one of the
smells.
corners of the freezer.
What just
I
dropped?
took each bag out and set them in the trash can nearby.
Why are you doing
That's
that?
when I noticed that the blood was coming from the corner of the larger black bag.
Oh.
I don't know why.
There's a body
I
in there.
decided to
I
open the top
know
of
there's
the
a
bag
body
and
in
peer
there.
Inside. I was greeted by large, milky white
Okay.
eyes, a swollen black tongue, surrounded by
Okay.
cracked and
That's
bloated
the girl from the picture in the beginning. Yeah, that's the girl on the picture.
lips.
Oh, what happened to
and
you?
matted hair of a human head.
Is it the
I
girl from the
swiftly
picture?
dropped the bag and fell backwards onto the floor. My breathing had ceased
Bruh.
to exist, and I grabbed the trash can next to me and expelled my
Don't,
disgust into it.
ew, don't leave the fridge
Then
open.
ran out the door,
Freezer.
got into my car.
I kept calling it
called
a
the
fridge,
police.
maybe. Yeah, call the
As I
police.
sat in the interrogation room with a blanket over my shoulders,
Oh,
I couldn't
dude.
help but think about the face I'd seen. It looked so familiar.
Yeah, who was
That's when it
that?
finally hit me. I pulled out my phone and looked at
Was
Lunaire's
it the girl from the
profile
picture?
picture.
Yeah, it
It was
was.
her old roommate.
Yeah, that's what.
The one she said was moving to California.
Called it. I am awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the detective entered the room, she started the questioning
Hello.
process, asking me if I started noticing any weird behavioral occurrences around the apartment. Yeah, I stubbed my toe the other day, and she creepily stood in the doorway. It seemed like she was pissed, but for some reason I had a strange feeling like she was concerned about something.
Okay.
That's when I connected the dots. She didn't come out into the kitchen because she heard me
What
stub
is
my
she
toe.
doing?
She came out into the kitchen because she thought I slammed the freezer instead of the fridge. A cold sweat started to form on my forehead as my
Yeah.
surroundings became blurred. I could hear a low whine slowly starting to cover up the words of concern from the detective.
What?
As my vision started to clear,
Oh.
I could see
Who is
another
that?
officer enter the room and whisper something
Oh,
into her
that's just
ear as he handed
Just
her
a
a piece
police
of paper.
officer.
Do you have somewhere you could stay at? She asked.
No.
I mean, I was planning on staying with my parents. They live about 30
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
outside
that's
of
an
town.
option too. I didn't think about that.
Okay, she paused. Listen, I don't want to worry you, but we found this picture inside of your apartment.
What
She
picture?
slid the piece of paper across the table, and I immediately felt like someone kicked me in the chest. The head of Lunaire's other...
Ew. They got more ketchup. Where are they getting all this ketchup from? Where are they getting all this ketchup? Ew.
The roommate sat on the chair.
Oh, his glasses are on the
In the
floor.
background, scrawled on the wall in blood,
Ugh.
read, "Love my roommates. All of them."
She's a serial killer. Or just a killer or something. Okay. That was really tense. Let's move on to the next animation. The Horn-Headed Man. Sounds like Baphomet or something. That's concerning.
Moonlight peered
Plant.
through my window as I jolted awake.
Keep me safe.
My
Keep me
clamorous
safe.
breaths disturbed the silence of my dark room.
Okay, well, whatever.
I had
Sit
just
over
come out of a frightful dream that had me thinking it was all too real.
Okay, I used to do this. I do not sleep with my door open. I just don't. I don't like to anymore. It just feels weird. I don't know why I slept it with it to the begin with. But why did you sleep with your door open? Never mind.
With sweat on my brow, I sat up and grabbed my water from the nightstand and took a sip from the now warmed glass.
You gotta drink your water.
My hands shook as I recounted my nightmare of the horn-headed man. In my dream,
Wait,
I was walking through my neighborhood,
what's actually
with
gonna show it?
streetlights flickering as I made my way down the uninhabited sidewalk.
He looks like Justin Timberlake a little bit.
Nothing threatening, just a walk through the midnight hours. A block down, I could see a figure in the distance, walking slowly towards me.
You know, minus the.
His steps seemed mismatched and labored.
Oh,
He passed a few houses looking straight
this is turning into some fringe. Fringe.
ahead, neither looking left nor right. His
Fringe
head was
crap.
fixed on the sidewalk in front of him. As I was getting closer to my home, I could see him slowly starting to embark on my territory. I quickly rushed to my front door and hurried inside. Through
That's
my
your
window,
front.
I
Oh.
could see him walk past my property. I was thinking to myself, "Oh God, please have him keep going, please."
Oh,
I
that
was
man
just
got
about to
no
walk all the way
shoes
past my front
or
yard
socks or anything.
when
He doesn't even have
stopped.
socks and sandals.
His body almost shifted abnormally as he turned to face my home. He just stood there, looking,
No, go away.
not moving, just
Go away. We don't want you here.
standing there. The man bore the horned head of a skeletal goat. His body was pale and looked fragile, and his fingers were thin and bony.
What's wrong with you?
I
Leave.
thought to myself, what does he want?
To close the blind, you
Slowly, he started
dummy.
lifting a quivering arm and pointed right at me. I started to backpedal into
You're
the
dead.
darkness of my house when all
You're
of a
dead.
sudden
You're-
he let
you're
out
so
an
dead.
inhuman screech. That's when I woke up.
Okay.
Too frightened to go back to bed, I turned on the television and saw that the local news for early risers was on. My stomach dropped and my body
What's happening on the
suddenly
news?
turned cold as I
The
listened to
horn-headed
the
man
current news
spotted
report.
on camera or
The
something.
news anchor on the television said, "Breaking news. A woman who lived on Columbia Avenue has been murdered. Local officials say that they received an anonymous phone call
That's
from the
not good.
victim's home. We arrived at the house at around 12:20. We saw the victim inside and a card which rested next to her. The sheriff held up the card.
Oh! It's the same goat head.
I could see the image of the horn-headed man. The officer started to read. One down. Slowly I go.
What?
He then lifted his head back up. His blood started trickling
Ew!
from his eyes and mouth. I sat there shaking.
Why? That's-
I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
Columbia's just 3 blocks away from me. I
Oh
jumped out of my bed
gosh.
and ran to my window.
Close it.
Something within me made me want to look outside.
Uh-oh. Wait, no, I can see through its
That's
fingers.
when I
It's the
saw him.
it's the goat head.
He just stood there, looking, not moving, just looking.
Call the police.
The horn-headed
What are you
man.
doing?
His body pale and fragile,
Ugh.
and his fingers thin and bony.
Call the police.
People today.
No,
They could spend half their lives over 50.
Stop it.
That's
Stop
a lot
it.
of living.
Stop it.
So make sure
Call the police. Okay, that's where it ends. Let's do one more animation. And then that'll be the end of the episode. This one's called The
It was a
Woman.
late, moonless,
Yeah,
snowy
it's
night.
called The Woman.
I heard the chilling cry of a bobcat as I arrived home from my parents' house, where we had just had Thanksgiving dinner in northern Michigan. Exhausted,
Turkey
I
sounds
finally
really good
made
right
it to
now.
my bed when my pregnant girlfriend asked for nacho cheese munchies. Reluctantly, I laced up my boots and went to my car.
Why do pregnant girls always ask for carbs? That's weird.
Due to the cold, it took me a while to start the car, which only made me more irritated. But eventually I got it started. and I arrived at the
Store.
convenience store.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Store, the #1 store in Detroit.
To retrieve my girlfriend's mandated snacks.
That's where Detroit is, like northern Michigan, something like that. I don't know.
As I left the store,
What
walking
was
back
that?
towards my car, I saw a shadow of movement out of the corner of my eye. What looked
Hopefully
like
that was just a
person
cat.
Stood near the dumpster, just out of the light. I stepped
Okay,
towards
okay.
The figure, and she looked at me with a giant, sinister smile.
Ah!
Her face was so weathered, it
Oh my
she had
gosh!
cracks all over her face.
She's got chapped lips. You know what that means? Buy her some chapstick. Sure you can reach in that bag with your goose-looking face and just like, hey, ma'am, take some chapstick. I think you got chapped lips.
She was crouched down and appeared to be chewing on something.
What is
I
she
looked to see
eating?
what she was chewing on. To my surprise, it was a severed arm. It looked old, as if it had been rotting for weeks. I saw her glance at something in her pocket. I could see the outline
that a
of
gun?
what looked like a pocket knife.
Oh,
As
I
soon
thought
as
it was a
looked
gun.
back up, she quickly
What gun is red? Oh. What gun is
charged me.
red?
I pushed her away and then ran back
Damn.
to the convenience store. Quickly
Did you see
charged
that?
me. I pushed her away and then ran back to the convenience
Wait,
store.
one more time,
She
one more
quickly
time.
charged me. I pushed her away.
Get
and
away.
then ran back to the convenience store.
Yeah, just
I
no, don't
burst
run
through
into the store.
door
Go to
and
your car.
frantically yelled towards the cashier to call the police as I turned to lock it. He asked me,
Call the police.
"What's going on?" I scowled at him and said, Please, just call the cops. I looked back outside and saw the woman had moved
Oh,
across
jeez.
the
That's not a
street.
pocket knife. That's too big to be a pocket
I was
knife. I
still
mean, it is an
scrutinizing
animation,
me
but
as she maintained her malevolent grin. Look, there's a girl
looks like Phineas and Ferb's mom.
out there who's trying to kill me. Looking over me, he replied,
Just a little bit, though.
I don't see anyone out there, sir. Those words shook me, even to
Ah.
this day. When the police reached the gas
Why?
station, they began looking around for the woman while one of the officers asked me what had happened, and I told him the details of the encounter. One of the officers came back and said he couldn't find anything. I then took them back to where I first noticed her. We spent a few minutes intently searching, but there was no proof she was ever even there. The officer cocked his head and looked at me as if I was deranged and asked me in a judgmental tone,
Yeah,
"Are
why
you
you always
feeling
gotta be doubting things? Why you always gotta be doubt? Why are police officers like so doubtful? I mean, there is no proof, but still.
okay?" I was about to defend myself, and then I started to think. I am tired, and I have had a couple of drinks, so I just told him,
You physically
"Yes, sir.
pushed her.
Sorry for bothering you. I hope you have a nice night." And then I drove home. I got home at around 4 o'clock in the morning. My girlfriend greeted me with an angered but concerning tone of voice.
What?
She asked
What?
me,
What
Where
happened?
were you? Are you okay?
so I told her everything that happened. Of
She's gonna
course,
appear in one of
she
those
didn't
windows.
believe me. I couldn't get to sleep that night.
Why do you
I
never
sat in my
believe
bed
him?
questioning my sanity, wondering if it was
Oh,
all
poor
even
guy.
real. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm just tired.
No, you're not crazy.
No,
She's
that
crazy.
Can't be it. I saw it. But if I saw it, why was there no proof? Where did the arm go? Where did she go?
She's under your
Before I
bed.
knew it, it was 7 in the morning, and I had to go to work. I threw on my jacket as I was about to head to the construction site, and I put
he's a
my
construction
hand in
worker.
my pocket and noticed that there was a hole in it. It wasn't there the other day.
What
I thought, what if she
happened?
caught my jacket as I ran? Which further proves my suspicion that she was real. I couldn't believe it. My mind
Ah.
completely went wild until my girlfriend kissed me goodbye.
Bye, honey. Have a good day
I
at
told my
work.
friends at work what had happened, and they didn't believe
Why does this guy look like 14 and these guys look like 34? That's weird.
me either. They made jokes about it the entire day, but I had my bowling tournament that day, so that gave me something
Your
to look
bowling
forward to.
tournament.
I got home and hung my vest and jacket up and rapidly
Paul.
put on my bowling shoes and got my bowling ball. My girlfriend looked at me with a pleasant smile
Excuse me.
and said,
I'm tired.
When will you be back?
I don't know. It's a bowling tournament. Can you just, like, leave me be?
probably around 11.
Don't be long.
I won't. Don't worry.
How can you say something like that? It's a bowling
Around
big
10:30,
bowl.
The tournament
Big
had
ball.
finally finished, and we had won. I was so thrilled I had forgotten.
Striker boys.
As we were leaving, I noticed something at the other end of the
Uh-oh.
parking lot.
No, it's
It
her.
was that psychotic woman. We
Wait,
stared at each
but
other
why
for
is there a
what felt
reflection
like
of
an
two people?
eternity. She slowly started moving
Love at
towards
first sight.
me.
I mean, you stare at each other for eternity. I mean, maybe she ain't so bad after all.
Waving her knife in the air and making cuts. I quickly jumped into my car and
Yeah,
turned
she's
it on.
crazy.
As I looked up, I saw she was standing in front of me, staring at me. She slowly walked over to the window, and she said in a quiet, deep, and scratchy voice,
Little pig, let me in.
I was frozen in
No.
fear, but I snapped back to reality when she banged on the roof of my car, screaming. I quickly slammed my foot on the accelerator and didn't let off it until I couldn't see her anymore. When I arrived home,
That's
I told my
freaky. She's
girlfriend
gonna
what
be in
happened.
there.
Like last time,
Don't
she
go.
didn't believe me. I really thought I was insane, but I tried to forget about it and get some sleep. Later that night,
Set up a
I
camera
woke
if she
up
breaks
and
in.
saw
Set up
her
a
in my
camera if she
room.
breaks in.
All she said was, "Let me in."
She's there. I
Over
told
and
you.
Over as she got closer. She then started shouting.
Let me in, let me in, let me in! Let me in!
Come on, Paul. Stop being difficult.
Oh,
I was wondering how in the world my girlfriend hadn't heard this
that genuinely freaked me out. He's got like demons or something.
going on. The woman was right next to me and held up a knife to me. That's when I fainted. I woke startled in my room, dripping with sweat. Then I remembered I
Oh.
don't have a girlfriend, nor a house,
What?
or a family.
Come on, Paul. Time for your morning med.
Oh, is this like the orphanage or like a juvenile detention center, or was that just all a dream?
Let me in.
Ready for a rewarding new checking experience?
Stop
Meet
being
Credit
difficult.
Karma
Let
Money
me in.
Spent.
Oh,
You could win
okay.
reimbursements
Shut up,
on-
ad. Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will leave a link in the description to this video if you guys want to check it out for yourself. You know, why not? If you guys want to check it out for yourself, just click the link in the description. While you're there, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. We're almost at. Actually, did we hit 50 subs? I have no idea. Let's check. I will after this video, but if we did, thank you guys so much. It's been a really, we've trying to get 50 subs for a long time, and I think we finally hit it at some point. I had no idea, but okay, that's pretty much it for this video, so I'll see you next time. Peace out.